So here's a little bit of what I'm working on at the moment. I'm attempting to build a time tracking app. If you listened to any of my last videos, I might have mentioned that I work for this little bit of an office. So what we're doing, or what I'm doing, is transitioning from using an app like Open Time Clock, which is something like this. It's a free app. Well, there is levels to it. There's a paid plan as well, but we're currently on the free plan, and I'm thinking that, oh, I was going over some details the other day also inside at Firebase Studio, and I was giving you the entire origin of my coding journey or interest, where it all began. So I began building this little mock-up, and I had mentioned to you guys that Firebase Studio is shutting down, but I have been building this new little Shift app inside of Anti-Gravity. And the reason I had brought up Firebase Studio is that I had built a perfect working version of the app that I'm trying to rebuild here, and it was so good. But at the time, I wasn't paying for Google Firebase Studio, so I was limited to only having about 3 running apps at a time. So that was a problem. So let's see. Instagram. Yeah, pretty good. There's also the Ronda Rousey and Carano fight happening tonight on Netflix. I'm not really interested. Ronda Rousey is a little bit cringe. I did see some, we believe, Kurdish power. I did see a little bit of the face-off, dude, and they were roasting these two ladies for their body build, bro. It was funny. I mean, they've got like 0 butts happening. So that guy was an AI, so he turned himself into an AI. Who was that girl? I've seen this girl somewhere before, and this guy is Will Mitchell. He sells real estate. I've seen that girl before. Was that like Woe Wiki? What the fuck? That's fucking crazy. Anyway, there is also a UFC fight happening tonight, which is what I'm trying to locate. See if this guy's going bizarre in the octagon. But my feed is just littered with pretty girls and this Ronda Rousey fight tonight. Dude, look at this legend, Mr. James F. Goldstein. Anyways, let me get back to what I was saying here. I'm trying to build out my time tracking app. It should be able to, when I've got my backend happening, I use Supabase as a backend, and what this allows for is just an easy way to host or store users and all that good stuff, files. Anyways, I'm trying to locate where I have the app running, and it's currently not running. Your project URL and keys are required for Supabase client. So I do need a little bit of Supabase stuff. So let me see. Action required inside of Supabase. Is it giving me this? I do have some actions inside of Supabase to complete. Is it this one? So authentication, custom auth flow, admin logic, and UI cleanup are now complete. We've achieved that high Apple inspired design, which is what I asked for. So the new authentication and workflow works like this. Build a sleek glass morphism gateway. This is now the entry point. Our new middleware.ts will allow redirect to anyone to this page if they aren't signed in. So agents sign up. Employees apply by entering their full name and their personal email. This creates a pending profile. The admin approves and the admin approves and auto generation in the admin and in the admin portal. Employees tab. Employees can see pending users. When the admin clicks approve, the system automatically generates their username, example first name, last initial, and the login code I asked for. The admin can see these credentials right in the table, and then the admin login, they can send over the code. So I've asked for a bunch of changes. So let's see what I need to do. Action required inside Supabase. To make all of this custom magic work, I need to do 2 things. So update the schema, because we added the custom username, login code, approval status. You need to run the updated SQL in your Supabase. So this would be this. I would copy this over. So this is what it is. Creating master admin. Since our system bypassed standard emails for agents, the master admin needs to exist natively. Go to your Supabase authentication, click add user, and do this critical. Make sure you set their role as the admin in the public.profile table. So let me come back and tell my AI agent that it gave me this. So after running the new schema inside of Supabase, I got this error failed to run. So what should we do after this? Maybe we can go to plan mode for this query. Anyways, so that's what I'm working on, and it is a little bit of a, not really a challenge, but it's just them back and forth, having to rebuild everything from just my memory and, rebuilding an entire system that already exists based on my ideas or based on my imaginations. It takes a little bit of time, and I'm also working on separate little bit of ideas like I mentioned. So with that said, let's see if there's no new manga bill. I get some anime guys over at Manga Pill if you guys ever want to get your daily dose of anime. One Piece chapter 1182, Zaza is still the latest chapter, and tomorrow is Sunday, so there is a new anime episode dropping tomorrow as well. So last episode was really cool. We got a little bit more of Loki. It was very interesting. So I won't really get into that video or that episode too much in this video. I do need to tell you guys a little bit more about my anime journey and One Piece journey in this YouTube channel, because I do have the Louvre profile going on, right? So I should show you guys a little bit more about One Piece on the channel, but I just haven't really done so yet. I'm scared of getting copyrighted. So let's see what it told me after I ran that. So that makes sense. Supabase throws an error if you try to create policy when one with the same name already exists. I have updated the local schema file. I added drop tables that exist. At the top, since you mentioned earlier you want to clean slate, yeah, I did ask to clean this backend. So rerun the schema. This switches out the profiles. Step 1, step 3, insert cleanup. So should I go ahead and rerun this? Because we don't automate triggers our profiles to maintain enterprises, you need to manually insert their profile row so the app knows that they are admins. Run this quick SQL step in your Supabase editor. It would automatically link the admin profile to your newly created. Okay, so let me come back and run this new schema and we'll see what happens. Let's see. Okay, that one worked. And now that this works, we can come back and grab the other schema that we had over here, this little bit of chunk. And if we run this, now we have the master admin. So the master admin is set, and let's see. If we come over to authentication, we should have the master admin ready. But the real question is, do we have the ability to, let's see, where do I have the app open? It's not, yeah, it's still not loading. So we still have this little bit of an issue. So let's come back and say that it has been done. I have this in the local set. Still getting this error. We can turn plan mode off for now, and let's push this little bit of a, so it's running some stuff now. Apart from this, guys, I just wanted to tell of my, well, coding journey. If you guys have any what you guys are building, I often share about my tools. I use a lot of Google AI Studio. There is Notebook also. Yeah, really do check it out. Let me go ahead and see what else is happening here. So it's asking me to run these commands. I'm using Gemini 3.1 Pro High at the moment. Hopefully this lasts me a nice little amount of credits to get the app back up and running. So let's see, maybe we can have this just opened up the side. My credits on Codex is currently out, so I have my video editing automation project on pause until the 19th, whenever my credits get renewed. I do have OpenCode, which is open source CLI, similar to Codex, but I haven't really been using it as much. Let me see what it did. The error means next cannot find your Supabase environment. It looks like, how to fix this? Create a new file in your root, add the following 3 lines, URL keys, important. You gotta do it for me, brother. Anyways, this is what I'm currently working on. Let me go ahead and just end this little bit of a segment off for now. I will continue working on this, and yeah, these are just quick little steps and segments of what I am building, where I'm going with stuff and how things are going. I'm still learning how to code with AI. I want to set up this entire system that way I can just have it work for me, but still here building and learning what not to do, what to do, and all that bits of stuff. So Yeah, let's see what else is on. Is this guy fighting tonight? UFC. Let's see who is fighting tonight. Oh, he's actually the main event. This guy Costa and Allen. Did he already fight? No, he didn't already fight. What fight is the last one? This was about 42 seconds ago. Make that 4 dubs out of 5. So Moby, what number fight is this? This guy Moby. Hold on. Can it not? Moby was this fight. So then Wellmaker is up next. I don't think that was Moby. Or was this fight? Yeah, I can't really tell. That might have been, yeah, honestly can't tell who this guy is. I think it might be this guy versus Williams. Did he knock out this guy Williams? Doesn't really look like him. Anyways, for some reason, Instagram is a little bit buggy on, what is this browser called again? Opera GX. So let's get Opera GX out of the way. Anti-gravity still hasn't really done it. So let me come back and see what's up with this project for the meantime. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to work.